tutors, mentors, and the city with your host.com.
The City Tutors presents
Tutors, mentors, and the city
with your host.com.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Kevin.com Brown, and thank you for joining us on this special episode of Tutors, Mentors, and the City. This is the first live in-person interview we're doing. And please join me in welcoming our guest. We're in her lovely establishment. Give it up for Jessica, everybody. Yay! So, my dear, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Thank you so much for having us here. We are in your establishment, and it is called Yes Mama. Me and the crew from City Tutors, we just finished eating. We cleared the table. You know, if I describe it, it's going to sound regular when I describe these French fries dipped in cheese, papa fritos con queso. That's my Duolingo, on a 90-day streak in Duolingo, working on my Spanish. And then we had some arroz con pollo, which was incredible. It might have been the best. It might have been the best arroz con pollo I've ever had. The name of your restaurant, Yes Mama. What inspired the name?
It used to be called the Yes Chef Wine Bar. I changed it to Yes Mama Wine Bar. I was really thinking about money, not spending, to change the awning on the top. And one day, one of my friends, she calls everyone Mama. But one day I was getting something for her from the store, and she says, "Yes, Mama." And that's when it all came together, and I was like, oh my God, that's it.
So what is the theme? What is the theme of this place?
The theme is happiness, love. I just like making people happy, and I want to be happy, and I'm happy when I cook. I'm happy when I see people enjoy themselves with my food.
When did you find your love for cooking?
I think I always had it. When I was little, I used to always be interested when my aunt would cook or someone would cook. I would always ask, what are they doing? Mm-hmm. And I would want to watch and ask why they're doing what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And I just kept getting better and better, because I'll just see people, what they do, and I do my own thing. But if I see a good idea from someone else, I'm like, that's a pretty good idea. I'm going to try that next time.
So you mean you didn't go to business school, you didn't go to restaurant school, you didn't go to culinary school?
No,
you just took the leap?
Yes, because my children and a lot of people, or my friends, they're always saying, oh, you cook so good, your food is good. So I was confident in that. I was confident that I could cook. And then when I got here and I saw the place, I loved it. I loved everything about it, that it was wood, that it had a brick wall. And I loved that it was small and cozy, because that's my vibe. Mm. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, I can handle this. This is cool. Oh, it's only a few tables. I could do this. And so that was what pushed me to do it. And then I said, so I could cook. That's easy. That's the easy part. And then, people like, oh, you have to know something about wine. But I was like, the wine will sell itself.
Did it? Does the wine?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It literally does.
Do you know how many people it's impossible for them to turn their dreams into a reality? And what made you bold enough? Where'd that come from?
I don't know, but I've always had that entrepreneur in me. I've always been a hustler. I always want to make money. I always have ideas. I make little drinks and I try to sell them in the summer to my friends. And I have my tax ID to go to flea markets, and I vend. So I always had that in me, wanting to make money, looking for some kind of way to make extra money on top of what I make. Mm-hmm. Just to have a better life, or to just, pay debts and go on a vacation and all these kind of things, That's what really helped this whole situation, is because I had that in me, and that kind of just let it be easy. But I wasn't really thinking about it. I just jumped in. I had to sell my home to buy this place. Wow. Because I believe in I go with my gut. Mm-hmm. And when I get a good gut feeling, and this place gave me that. I felt this was it.
Who would you get that from?
I don't have no idea. My whole family is like deceased. Everyone's gone. I'm the last survivor of my family.
What's your best advice, young person? They're in school now because of their parents, but they haven't made any decisions solely for themselves. Suppose some young person wants to follow the path that you followed. What's your best advice?
Do your research and be prepared for a lot of work, a lot of hours, and you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing. Because if you don't have the passion for what you're doing, you'll just kind of go downhill. I think you have to have that passion for what you're doing.
Okay. You know, business is a challenge.
Yeah.
Research or not, right? Lawyer or not, accountant or not. Entrepreneurship is always a slippery slope, right? But it's a trade-off, right? You know, some people research so long and plan so much that they never do it, right? They never follow the dream.
Right.
And the question is, it's an individual question, but the question is, which one do you want to be, right? The one that's sitting on the side researching about opening the place, or the one that went and opened the place?
Right.
You know, there's no one right or wrong
No,
answer.
there's not. There was this lady that came in here, and she told me that she wanted to buy the place. And she was like, oh my God. She's like, you're doing this by yourself? And I'm like, yes. And she's like, oh my goodness, I feel so stupid because I wanted to buy the place, but I was scared. And I actually Googled it and what it would take to run a restaurant. And it said, make sure that you have $1 million in your bank account to start the business, because that's what you're gonna need. And I guess that made her, she got scared.
Right. Okay, looking back, who would you rather be? Would you rather be you who jumped in and bought the place, or would you rather be the lady who let it get away and was scared?
I'd rather be me, because this is all part of my journey, and this is all gonna make me stronger. And the lessons that, you know, I had to go through to deal with the next chapter. Everything, I don't regret my whole life. I've been through a lot of struggles, a lot of things, and I would never want to go back or whatever, because they made me who I am today. I'm a caring, loving person, and I would love to engage with the community and give them good food.
Yeah, man, very impressive, very inspiring.
Thank you.
For all the young girls that want to be bosses out there.
Yeah.
And for all the young entrepreneurs, the way you
Yes.
just followed your dream and jumped in, it's very impressive. I'm really...
Yes, I hope my grandkids are impressed.
Yes, mama, with the heart.
Yes.
Yes,
heart.
mama, with the heart. And Jessica, I didn't say your last name. I don't know. Can I say?
Fernandez.
Okay. Jessica Fernandez, yes, mama, Astoria, Queens. You need to come through. Incredible story. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate you.